Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. I'm free? Oh man, fuck this prison shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello again. I am officially free from YouTube banned jail. You know, I considered starting this video off like that traditional YouTuber like... So guys, but then I realized, fuck that. For those of you who may have missed it though, about a week ago... my YouTube channel got hacked. You may have noticed in your notifications some, crypto stream notification pop up from me, and then the channel was subsequently deleted. Like 2017 Matt Hardy, it was gone. I was completely locked out of my emails, my channel, everything was cooked. I was done. The streets were really saying DDJ is terminated, he's never coming back. People were making videos about how I was hacked. I said, what the? And from one hater to another, the minority, the very small minority that were like, never really cared for that guy anyway, low-key respect it. Fuck you, but I respect it. And then for the constant outpouring of support and people trying to help me get the channel back, which was way superseding any small amount of hate, I appreciate you guys even more. Lizard Squad really said, hey bro, PlayStation are fucking themselves enough. We're changing our target to DDJ Core. Or maybe the hackers were Retribution. They're making a bit of a comeback for some reason. But what happened? How did they even get access? Do you not have added protection, DDJ? Well, the answer is yes, and I'll be completely honest, this is one of those tales where I just signed in on the wrong website and it fucked me. They got access to the Gmail and the Gmail led them to the YouTube channel. And once they had access to the channel, they removed any kind of further verification, changed the password, locked me out, and then streamed that nonsense that they did. Which meant that I couldn't contact the usual people I would contact because the email was compromised. So I was very much out in the cold on this one. And when it was initially happening, I had actually left my setup to go to Costa. Not a brand deal, by the way, Costa. Quite frankly, you're actually falling down in my coffee brand rankings. The day was super normal, and then when I went through the doors of Costa, I'm there thinking, do I want a croissant with my Velveetino, maybe a pan au chocolat? And then my phone just starts blowing up, and I'm like, okay, well, this could be a number of things. Maybe I accidentally went live and didn't realize I was streaming. Maybe I was finally being exposed for boosting that one time in Modern Warfare 3. But I definitely did not expect to find out my YouTube channel was hacked and streaming crypto. Everyone's messaging, commenting, texting like, bro, your channel is hacked, bro. Are you seeing this? I don't know if you know, but So I immediately put everything down in Costa and went outside. Had a bit of a minor panic attack initially in the parking lot, but generally outside of that initial moment, I was always confident I'd get this back. So I go back to my house and I try to do a number of things on my PC to get back in, but it's already too late. So I thought, okay, like, what are my options in this situation? I tweeted at Team YouTube. I tried to find any kind of contact phone number for YouTube or Google support, which I would have assumed that there would be, but which in of itself is a huge fucking issue because there just isn't a single support line, a phone number that I can talk to. And even the ones I found deep in Google were all like, please hold, and then I'm waiting. I'm actively hearing like waiting music. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get through to someone. I can explain this situation a lot easier than going through the long method. I don't really want to have to fill out a bunch of forms or tweet endlessly or do all these roundabout things. Let me just talk to someone, explain what I think has happened, and let's get back in. I can verify this. I'm me. But instead, at the end of waiting for someone to pick up, all I hear basically is, this phone number is no longer active. Please read one of our articles. They might be able to help you. Fuck you. I want to speak to a real human, okay? Not an AI chatbot like every single website loves to do. I don't want to speak to a chat box. I don't want to read an article. A human. Every website these days just embracing AI. And listen, to an extent, I understand. Society is moving in that direction, but at the same time, when it comes to a support line, especially around people's livelihoods or things that are genuinely fucking serious, I do not want to speak to an AI bot. I do not want to go ahead and type in a chat box. We might be able to help you with these predetermined responses. Fuck you, motherfucker. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. But even with this, I thankfully still have a ton of great friends in this space. So sincerely, thank you to everyone that helps me reach out to the right people or get me in contact with certain people or send out emails. Thank you to everyone who helped me get my livelihood back, who helped me get this dream alive again. Because there was no way the way DDJ was about to go out is in some fucking hacking crisis. For it almost to have been ripped away by this bullshit, there was no way I was gonna let that happen. I also will say a lot of people were kind of thinking, oh, maybe he got banned because of some copyright thing. Maybe WWE finally made the call. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't that in this situation. However, I still think YouTube support could be so much better. I'm not gonna lie. Like, one, this is people's livelihoods, and you don't have a great way to actually speak to support when it all crumbles. If I didn't have the platform I did, would I have just been ignored? I mean, that's not fair either. Like I'm basically saying, for me to have that privilege that I do where I can have these options and different people that can help me in this situation, I am very, very lucky in that. But like, what about for the smaller creators where this happens, where they get hacked and they don't know what to do? There's just no one we can speak to. I think that's a huge issue on this platform. Like, there is no way at big Google, at big YouTube, that they can't fund some kind of support line for like the UK, for the US, or like North America, for this state, for that. Like, there should be something where I can actively speak to someone. I'm just not gonna let that go. Like, it would be so much easier to get these things back. And by the way, I will say Team YouTube did eventually DM me back on Twitter, but it was like 2 days later, and I'm like, I will say though, shout out to the partner support emails who eventually got in touch. They were very, very helpful, and I really do appreciate you guys. I had to do all kinds of verification to prove I wasn't just the hacker in disguise, but even through the idea of my entire life hanging in the balance, like I said, I was always sure I'd get it back. I just didn't know how long I'd be out for. But I did have fun posting a lot more IG stories during this time, so if you're not following me, I highly recommend it. It's just my chaotic self, but even more unfiltered, to be honest, and I'm kind of living for it. But again, thank you all very much for the outpouring of support in this time. Like the comments, the tweets, the DMs, etc. I'm glad you all actually care about what I do. I mean, like the comments, the DMs, the tweets, everything in between, I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you all care enough about what I do. Like, I know that may seem very obvious, or like I'm just begging attention, but in times like this, you really do realize people actually do rock with you and like what you do. And like, I guess if I was another YouTuber, or like maybe you guys didn't care as much as you do, you could easily have just been like, well, his channel's gone, gonna move on to the next guy. But a lot of you didn't. Also, like I alluded to earlier, we did have other creators making videos about my hacking situation, and just taking a look at some of these thumbnails are fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. For me, it's the concept of using my baby photo as like the head of the drama that this baby was wrongfully terminated. But jokes aside, I do appreciate you guys as well for making videos about the situation, you know, bringing a bit more light to what had happened. But like, equally, it was sending me seeing bro got banned, like that thumbnail, that hilarious. But in my short absence, a lot has happened. I mean, first of all, we gotta talk about Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1. Oh my god. They dropped Bops 1 and Bops Deuce on the PS5. I said I'm locked in. And I mean, hey, if any of you want to run some games sometime, here's my PSN. It's Deonte DDJ _. But we had that. CM Punk became the WWE champion on Raw. Of course, the one episode where I'm not recording my reactions and my channel's down, CM Punk comes back and wins the WWE championship again. It's also hilarious because I was terminated for almost as long as Sami Zayn's WWE title reign. Also, Jey Uso's wife in this time yeeted his ass out. He's getting divorced. And then we had Sheamus, who just left WWE. After nearly 20 years in the company, they did kind of what they did with the New Day to him. And listen, I have all the respect in the world for Sheamus. I'm very excited to see what he does next if he continues to wrestle. I saw some people throwing around the idea of him having a G1 run or even a C2 run in AEW. I'm there for it. I think Sheamus in an environment where he can brawl, he can bleed, he can get brutal, it could be money in AEW. There are so many dream matches there. Sheamus is a very underrated professional wrestler in a way, because he really does have banger after banger, and I don't think we really speak to that enough. But anyway, he went ahead and left WWE, which was crazy. And then, speaking of AEW, Kenny Omega became the AEW champion again, which in of itself is crazy, because now we're gonna get Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega at Wembley Stadium at All In, and I'm gonna be there. I'm so excited. This is what I've been talking about for months, like this build to Ospreay versus Omega for the title. Ospreay finally having his crowning moment, bringing it home. I genuinely cannot wait for that. And for those of you who are like, oh wow, they just hot shot at the title, where did this come from? You guys just haven't been paying attention. They've been building Omega Ospreay this whole year, and even if they go ahead and run the MJF triple threat, I'll still be there for it. Ospreay is still bringing it home regardless. I don't care. And then also in a bit of a wait, what just happened? During England versus Mexico, who would I see? El Grande Americano. I said, huh? I had to double take. I was like, I know that mask. I know that ain't who I think it is. Wait a minute, it is. Anyways, in short, this has been a bit of a ramble, but but I hope you've enjoyed it. It's good to be back. I even saw some people joking that because when you typed in my name this past week when this channel was gone, it only came up with Deonte DDJ Plus, so was this all a publicity stunt? Who knows? But like, I'm definitely going to be trialing more content because like right now I'd love to make a video about Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 coming back. Like, I'm a fan of so many other things, and I think at some point, even if I end up killing this channel with my expansion or it doesn't work out on the other channel, I have to try because I really am so much more than wrestling, and I think I can't keep just saying I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I just need to do it. So over the coming weeks and coming months, you're going to notice more content, and I hope you guys can support that. I just really want the Deonte DDJ brand to be more than just wrestling, because I am more than just wrestling, with all due respect. And also for all my Total Divas out there, my fellow Total Divas, I have not forgot about you guys. I am getting back to it. I'm gonna film a Total Divas video this week. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the continued support. I am back. Subscribe, hype the video, drop a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.